What is happening in the Nations League? Cristiano Ronaldo scored the winning goal against Croatia. Spain versus Vinicius. He got involved in a scandal again. The main Ballon d'Or nominees have been announced, and I must say they surprised everyone. Who will replace Ten Hag as Manchester United's coach? We are talking about this and much more today. This is a hot selection of the most interesting football news. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, click the bell, and like this video to get more news about our favorite game. Your support is very important to us. Let's get started. The Goal Portal has released the list of the main Ballon d'Or nominees, and it looks like this. Vinicius tops the ranking, followed by Rodri, then Bellingham, and after him, Carvajal. Lautaro Martinez is in 5th place, and the rest of the players follow. Mbappe only took 7th place, and Haaland didn't even make it into the top 10. This is the first nomination in the last 21 years where both Messi and Ronaldo are absent. Overall, the decision makes sense. What would they be nominated for? But still, it feels unusual. As for the order of the nominees, we don't really have any questions. The only strange thing is that Haaland didn't make it into the top 10. That's odd. However, the top 10 footballers on this list definitely deserve to be there. By the way, leave a comment on who you would give the Ballon d'Or to this season and how you would rank the top 5 nominees if you had the chance. For us, the Ballon d'Or has always been an award that, in essence, doesn't mean much, and it still is. It's more like a fashion show in football, a matter of taste and nothing more. But it's worth noting that this show is very popular and important to many footballers. It's like the classic debate. Who's better, Messi or Ronaldo? Messi, of course, because he has more Ballon d'Ors. Some people measure better by these trophies. Although we understand that the Ballon d'Or is far from everything, each footballer is unique, and their achievements and contributions to their team and national squad are just as important. Goalkeepers, for example, almost never win the Ballon d'Or. Nevertheless, watching this award has become more interesting. Losing Messi and Ronaldo is, of course, sad, but now we can look forward to a more intense competition. Who was better last season, Vini, Bellingham, or Rodri? We can't give an immediate answer to this question. How about you? Although we would probably switch Rodri with Vinicius. Rodri first, Vinicius second, and Bellingham third. And on that note, let's move on to the next news segment. Believe us, we've got more interesting things to share with you. It seems that Vinicius likes being in the spotlight. As for the reasons, it doesn't matter much, even if it's because of scandals. On the stadiums, he deliberately provokes the fans. The Brazilian himself admitted this. And off the field, Vini likes to make loud statements. Just yesterday, our Cabron suggested that Spain should lose the 2030 World Cup due to racism in the country. If the situation doesn't improve by 2030, another place for the World Cup should be found. Players won't feel comfortable or safe in such a country. Naturally, Vinicius's words didn't go unnoticed by Spanish politicians. The mayor of Madrid, José Luis Martínez Almeida, responded, "He needs to correct his mistake and apologize." The fact that he had to endure some unfortunate episodes does not give him the right to call almost the entire Spanish society racist and to declare that the 2030 World Cup should not be held here. Vinicius seems to think that Spain's stadiums are full of racists. But not everyone who calls the Brazilian a monkey is necessarily a racist. Of course, I condemn such statements. But Vinicius reacts very sharply to these chants, which is why he hears them so often. It's the easiest way to provoke the player. If he ignored them like other players do, all these stories wouldn't exist. I think Vinicius understands perfectly that he fuels the fire for fresh incidents. But since he's on the front pages of sports publications, it's all good for him. Spain has a large number of immigrants, including people of color. It's a multicultural country. No wonder the coach of the Spanish national team, Luis de la Fuente, said, "Spain is not a racist country, but an example of coexistence, respect, and integration that should be followed." I'm sure that even within Real Madrid, Vinicius' words will face criticism. Let's continue summarizing the transfer results. The International Center for Sports Studies has released a very interesting ranking, where they listed teams that spent the most money on their squads. However, instead of looking at the market value of the players, they considered the prices the clubs actually paid for them. So now you can see how much a team spent and what squad they got in return. Let's go! Chelsea takes first place. Who else? The current squad in blue is worth $1.25 billion. What do you think? A bunch of, as they say, no names costs more than anyone else. Again, this is not their market value, but the actual amount the club paid for them. If we were looking at their market value, maybe 250 million would be left. Following Chelsea is Manchester United with just over £1 billion spent. It's more or less the same situation as with Chelsea, a lot of overpaying and failed purchases. Next comes Manchester City. And here, the quality outweighs the cost of the players. The spending is about the same as at Man United, but the squad they got in return is totally different. There's probably no point in comparing Guardiola's players to Ten Hag's. The winner here is obvious. Just Haaland alone is worth around 200 million now. In fourth place is Arsenal. They've spent 750 million, and like City, they got a good squad for their money. Just a bit less skilled and deep, but you get the point. Then we have Arsenal, Tottenham, PSG, and others in the ranking. Leave a comment on which team caught your attention the most. Although the answer is probably obvious, feel free to share your thoughts anyway. The Nations League works wonders. Somehow, Spain managed not to beat Serbia. They lacked a quality striker. And yes, I'm talking about Morata, who either finds opportunities to shoot himself or creates them for his teammates. The Portugal national team proved stronger than Croatia, winning 2-1. The winning goal was scored by Cristiano Ronaldo, with both other goals coming from Diogo Dalot. Yes, he made an impact on both sides. For Cristiano, this goal was his 900th in his career, and he was immediately congratulated by Real Madrid, who released a statement. Another historic milestone, 900 goals in the professional career of one of the greatest legends of Real Madrid and world football. Congratulations to our dear and beloved Cristiano. Real Madrid and its fans will always be proud of you. For Cristiano, this goal was especially important after a disappointing Euro, and the Portuguese star emphasized it himself. It means a lot to me. I've been aiming to reach this milestone for a long time. I knew I would achieve it. It may seem like just another achievement, but only I know how difficult it is, working every day to score 900 goals. It's a unique accomplishment in my career. A historic goal, especially against a top team. A great day for Cristiano. In a year or two, Cristiano Ronaldo will hang up his boots. If he's lucky, he'll get to play on the same team as his son. If not, the Portuguese star will at least have the chance to work with Cristiano Jr. as a coach. That's what the legendary Michael Owen thinks. Cristiano looks like a coach. He seems like someone who's interested in the job. It's possible Ronaldo will go down that path. If he's successful, he could receive offers from big clubs like Real Madrid or Manchester United, the expert said. I don't share Owen's view. Coaching requires a certain flexibility, and it will be hard for Ronaldo to deal with players who don't share his crazy desire to win and aren't professionals 24/7. Plus, Cristiano is an egocentric, and that would interfere with his work. But the main reason I doubt Ronaldo will become a coach is his own words. He has stated that he doesn't plan to become a manager. However, Ronaldo also emphasized that you can never say for sure. Personally, I'd bet that after his playing career, Ronaldo will become a showman, which is what he already is in a sense. And as a showman, he's already succeeded. Just look at his YouTube channel, where the striker made a reference to Lionel Messi. Georgina Rodriguez called Ronaldo a fool, and he responded with Leo's famous phrase, "Que miras, bobo?" What are you looking at, fool? Fans on social media are already debating whether Ronaldo was trolling Messi or admitting his admiration for the Argentine. You all already know about Erik Ten Hag's shaky position at Manchester United. Well, the main candidate to replace him is believed to be Gareth Southgate, according to the press. In fact, betting on this has already started in England, and Southgate is currently leading in the odds. Behind him is Pochettino, followed by Van Nistelrooy, McKenna, and quite far down the list, Thomas Tuchel. Though in our opinion, Tuchel would be the most interesting option for the Red Devils. As for Southgate, he is currently out of work, having recently stepped down as England's national team coach. He's well acquainted with all Premier League players, which is one of the reasons he's being considered by Manchester United. However, opinions about him as a coach are very mixed. On one hand, he has come close to winning major tournaments with England, but on the other, he has never quite reached the top. Many people believe that with the squad he had, he should have won at least one major tournament. By the way, what do you think? Is Southgate a good coach? Regarding Manchester United, it's a different story. Managing a club is not the same as managing a national team. First of all, the pace is different. No one knows how Southgate will cope with the busy club schedule. This isn't necessarily a disadvantage. In fact, it could be a positive. Maybe that's exactly what he needs. Also, with a national team, you're limited in terms of player selection. You can't buy players, but in a club you can. Who knows how Southgate will perform when he has the chance to buy players and build the team he wants. Of course, it could all backfire, but it seems better than keeping Ten Hag in charge for another year. Manchester United's results need to improve significantly for Ten Hag to stay in his position by Christmas. A lot will depend on their next 2 games. After the loss to Brighton and the manner of the defeat to Liverpool, if the team doesn't show significant progress in the next game or 2, it will be very, very difficult for him as the pressure will only grow. That's Alan Shearer's opinion, and we agree with him. The next couple of matches will be crucial for Erik, especially since the opponents are more than beatable. Share your thoughts in the comments. Can Gareth Southgate handle Manchester United? Can he succeed with this club? And if not him, then who? That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video, and be sure to watch our previous video. It just appeared before your eyes right now. See you. Good luck to everyone. Goodbye.